Hey everybody, here's another T67 match, once again solo pubbing, because I hate myself, and this time I've ended up on steps. I'm not going to change the formula too much from what I normally do in my mediums. I have really good view range, decent camo, and good mobility, so I'm going to head towards the east side of the map and hopefully get some side shots on the enemy as they cross the south gap. As is usual for the West Coast server, particularly in low tier matches, both teams are pretty much hopeless. And I'm pretty sure a teammate just took a shot at me there. We've also got a pair of tier 2s platooned in. A T60 and a, what is that, medium 2? Oh no, T2. Yeah. Great. Sure is useful to have tier 2s in a tier 5 match, especially the T60, which can barely pen a lot of this stuff. Anyway, don't worry about that to start with, because I got bigger problems, namely trying to carry the team to make up for the fucking difference in tiers. I was having a bit of lag here, a few lag issues, so I was actually using auto aim a bit just to make sure I was hitting. Which sounds counterintuitive given the way auto aim functions, but sometimes it's handy in a pinch. I'm able to help clear the east side of the map, and then I start looking for shots on the stuff in the enemy base. Unfortunately, my gun is being uncooperative, and so by the time I can get effective hits on the Panzer IV, he runs away into cover. So far, So far, everything looks okay, and we've actually spotted one of the enemy arties, so I'm able to start firing in his direction. Unfortunately, it looks like my shots aren't really having much effect. It is a difficult shot. I'm trying to drop my shells over a hill, but oh well, he's dead. And now is where things start getting interesting. Our team elected not to push into the actual fighting position in the southwest. They actually stopped in the rocks just outside our base, which is not a thing you ever do, because if you just watch the minimap, then about 4 tanks appeared in our base without being spotted on the way. So by the time I notice what's going on, it's already too late. We've already lost the entire west flank, along with about a third of our team, and our arty is sitting there with their balls in the wind, basically. At this point, I decide my best bet is to clean up this flank as quickly as possible, try and knock down the Churchill before it can get into base, being one of the stronger tanks in the match. That shot looked like it went straight through his tank, but the reason for that is it actually arced through the storage bin on the back of his turret, which is not a hit zone. So it looked a bit shifty, but trust me, it was fine. It was just, it pissed me off it happened, but it wasn't bullshit, glitch where shells go through tanks or anything. It's just the storage boxes generally do not do damage. The Panzer IV charges at me. Thankfully, I am able to clean him up before he can put a shot into me. If he was running the 105, he would have almost certainly one-shot me. I take a snapshot at the Covenanter, but he's already in cover. And here it is. I don't know what happened to the rest of our team. I know what happened to the guys in the west, but I don't know what happened to the guys in the base. I guess they just didn't think to turn and face the enemy tanks driving towards them. At any rate, the enemy are now in our cap, or they were in our cap. They're in position to push it though, and we're in a very tenuous position ourselves. There's no real good covered fighting positions I can afford to fight from here. I'm forced to engage in a bad position, but in this case I just stayed half a second too long. I should have relocated a bit earlier and paid for it. I thought at this moment it's not a complete lost cause. We still have a Chiha alive, and if the Chiha has an upgraded gun, he can pen the KV-1, maybe with a little difficulty, but he can do it. And the KV-1 is very low on health. He cleans up the Panzer IV, which is a start, but he needs to go and get the reset. our T60 tells me that the enemy team are all dead too, so therefore it's okay that our team are all dead. No, it's actually not. And our team wouldn't all be dead if they hadn't done something incredibly stupid and posted up inside our own base in the west. Excuse me. Probably they also wouldn't be dead if we didn't have a pair of tier 2s pretty much dead weighting our team. The Chiha goes for the reset on a Covenanter, which is an easier target for him, but it's the wrong target. The KV-1 has all the cap points, and the Chiha is still focused on the Covenanter. By the time he actually switches targets to the KV, it's behind cover, and the Chiha apparently doesn't know where to pen it. And there goes the match. Easily winnable match. Easily winnable, even with the tier 2 platoon. But the problem was our team just did everything possible that they could do to throw the match, and I did something stupid by sitting in front of a Panzer IV, trying to finish off the KV. I should have just left and circled back around, shot the KV from somewhere else. It was only one shot's worth of damage anyway, and I probably would have penned him no matter where I shot him. So it's another one of those matches where I kind of caused the loss by not carrying hard enough, but I mean, if the puppies hadn't been such fuck-ups, that situation wouldn't have existed in the first place. While I don't want to start a big rush on T67s that will inevitably get it nerfed, if you actually know what you're doing, and you had fun with the M8A1 or the Hellcat, if you played them and you haven't really played this so much, go back and give it another try. Or if you haven't actually played this yet, get one. As far as tier 5s go, it's probably one of the most fun to play, probably one of the best to carry games with, both at the top and at the bottom of the matchmaking bracket, and you can get some pretty crazy games out of it. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'd like to wish you the best luck in the field, and I'll see you on the next one.